Hi everyone, it's Louise with Louise McCare and welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here and I want to caveat something before I get started on this Lazy Susan. This is an IKEA Lazy Susan that I purchased from last summer and this video is from July of this year. And as you know, I've been having problems with warping on my most recent purchase from them and I've been exploring other options and I will get into that in my next Lazy Susan video. And as I direct your attention into this video, I'm going over some of the colors and the fact that this is a color palette that I've used before. Not this exact color palette, but oh my God, I just created something for a paint skin and it is unbelievable. The reaction I had with this Australian Floetrol cell activator, it was killer. So I'm sure you'll get to see that video, that tutorial. But for right now, what I've got here is my Multi-Pro 47-3110. I'm going to dive right in because I have a lot of things I've got going on today. So I'm just going to dive in. I'll probably skip past some of this as I get the pillow laid the way I want it to. Get it stretched out. We'll call that done. So what I've got for colors. This is my combination of Golden's Quinacridone Nickelazzo Gold and TLP's Zeus. I want to throw in here that if when you mix your pouring medium with your paints, if they're turning pale, you're not following the pouring medium recipe, which is either Glidden 6413N or Valspar 833124. It's crucial you have a base 3 or base C paint from the store. I'll talk more about that in a minute. All right, this is my gold combination. My 24 karat gold by Golden, 24 karat gold by Deco Art, and my iridescent gold by Golden. So continuing on with the discussion about paints, it has to be a base 3 or a base C, which means the paint manufacturer has not put any colors in it. It's actually coming to you as a pouring medium. So my Valspar 833124 is just a medium that if you take your paint to the counter at the store, they would be filling it up with whatever paint swatch you wanted to match, which when you add your colors to that paint, it becomes the colors that you want it to be. That's why I say base 3 or base C. It's like the stem cells of paint waiting for your colors to be added to it. It's a Golden show. This is Golden's iridescent bronze. So back to the pouring medium. So it's very important that you get the right paints for your pouring medium mixture that you mix with your varnish. If you get any old paint off the shelf, it may have titanium white in it, and that white is what's going to make your colors pale, and you don't want to waste your acrylic paints on that. So either one of these two are what I use. Next is Golden's iridescent silver. And I've had this silver sitting over here for so long, I don't know why I have not played with it more. Now that I've pulled out my blues, I've pulled out silver and, oh, spectacular. Last color down is Golden's Carbon Black. I'm going to take another second here to talk about cell activator. My cell activator, American Floetrol cell activator recipe is video 141 if you want to take a look at it. I've had several people substitute the pre-stain wood conditioner with varnish, and that is not going to work for you. It's actually going to work against you. So if you're going to try my American Floetrol cell activator recipe, you either need to have the preconditioner wood stain red can oil-based or just have nothing at all. Adding varnish is going to be detrimental and isn't going to help you at all. I'll put a recap page later in this video. All right. Got my cell activator. This is still my Australian Floetrol from Jessica Winterstrom from the Fluidart Experience. Got my step stool. Got my hair dryer, my little Berta. Got off Amazon. It's a little 1000 watt. It's not that powerful, but just enough. Okay, so looks pretty good in the middle. White. black. I'm going to blow in the middle. So I'm sure you've noticed that I've adopted this idea of blowing out the cell activator in the paints a little bit in the middle before I adopt the hairdryer, because I just want to get it going in the direction and spreading it out before the hairdryer hits it. So once I get it kind of opened up, I hit it with a hairdryer and I just blow it out in all directions, not going all the way to the edge, just blowing it out just to open up the composition. And I aim my blow dryer at the ridge where the cell activator meets the paint. And something I don't normally talk about is that when I blow it out, I don't blow it all the way to the edge. I don't even blow it all the way to the edge of the pillow. And you can see I'm about maybe 2/3 of the way to the edge from the center. And I rely on my spinning, the pillow paint, and the centrifugal force to pull my composition to the edges. And I go really slowly and take my time, but I think that works best for me. I'll stop right there. And for anyone newer here, I'm blowing it through the straw into the cell activator to start it to spread out a little bit more so that the paints underneath can push through and I can get some nice cells in the middle. All right, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna skip past some of this, but just let me explain what I'm doing. I'm just pulling it out the pillow to start it to spread in that direction. And then I'll give it a nice gentle spin when I'm back. All right, gentle spin to start. Let me clear the area a little bit. I want it all to spread out as evenly as possible across the entire circumference of this top. That was a little too fast. I don't want it to go that fast. Stop. So while I have a quiet moment here, I want to remind you of my description box where I have links to different products that I use and also the recipes to the different pouring mediums and things like that if you want to check that out. All you have to do is click on the title and then where it says more, just click on it and more will open up. So now the exercise is trying to keep this thing well balanced as it stretches out. Nice and easy spin. I really don't want it to spread this fast on this side. So in another quiet moment here, I just want to let the new people know especially that you can help control your composition and what side it's going to just by tilting it and making the weight of the paint go in one direction or another. And that helps get your shape where you want it to be. It's going to do what it's going to do. So another thing I didn't cover is that the bottom of this is taped off for drips, and I also varnished both the top and bottom to protect it from warping. As I continue to go through this, since I do a lot of spinning in all these creations, I'm going to cut out some of the spinning to save you guys some of that boredom. I need to go side to side too. Side to side. I probably messed up my location. Now it's just a spin. Spinning and spinning until I get it stretched out. Need to get the side to side going on. Suffice it to say that through all this, I probably cut out 3 minutes of spinning. But it is important to stress that you want to work this out slowly so everything works out evenly and you have much more control over how this composition turns out. I want a little more of that off. A little more. A little more off, please. How we doing? A little bit of negative space is not bad. A little playtime, a little bit of playtime. This is begging for something over here. So if you've been watching me, you know that if there's negative space that's a little bit stark, I do like to put the palette knife in it to just kind of get a little wisp going on through it, just for interest. Oh, my goodness. See how we are in the middle? It's not that bad. I think I'll give it one more spin. Just to let it widen out just a little bit more after those little adjustments. Couple white spots I'll have to get rid of. But I am going to call this done. Look at that. I'll get you a wet result here in a second. And then I'll be resining this in probably 2 weeks. And yeah, gorgeous. I'll be back for the final resined results. But before that, I'm going to insert a recipe recap here. So here she is, fully finished and resined, and I absolutely love the way this turned out. The colors just work so well together, and there's just the right number of cells and lacing, and it's just beautiful. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell and all. You'll get all my latest art tutorials. And for everybody, I would really love it if you left a comment and a thumbs up, and even share the video with your friends or anyone. I'd really appreciate that. That definitely helps my channel grow. And at the end here, I'm going to have a link to other Lazy Susans so you can see other color combinations and other creations I've made. I have close to 50 videos on my playlist. And speaking of playlists, please check out my playlist for other creations. I have other Lazy Susans, charcuterie boards, trays, coasters, jars, ornaments, lots of different things for you to look at with lots of different videos in each playlist. So everyone, that's all for now. I really appreciate you being here and taking your time to be with me. And take care till next time.